years, you lived happily in the family farmhouse, enjoying a carefree childhood with your mother and your father, an explorer and cartographer at the service of the king. Since you were a child, he would often be absent for days at a time, traveling in the wilderness, and on his return you would sit with him for long hours listening to all his discoveries. As you grew up, he would allow you to join him, and some of your fondest memories came up from those trips. A couple of months ago, however, soon after your 15th birthday, your father returned home sick with a mysterious disease for which doctors had no cure. Since then, you spent your days helping your mother in the farm during the day and sitting by your father's bedstead at night, writing down for him the reports and maps from his travels. It is hard work, but you are determined not to let your parents down. You rose at sunrise and started a fire on the hearth before going outside to fetch water. To your surprise, someone was waiting at the well. A seasoned adventurer by the look, a dwarf, judging from the dust on his cape and boots, was freshly arrived from a long journey.
Good morning, young lady. My name is Eklus from the tribe of the Dew Mountain. I am looking for Darian the Explorer. Pray tell me, would this be his dwelling?
Aye, Master Dwarf, you replied. This is the house. Please follow me inside. You made yourself busy bringing slices of dry ham, cheese, and bread to the guest and your parents now sitting at the table. After a polite greeting, the dwarf became serious. Sir, I see that you are unwell, and I suspect that the disease that affects you is also killing my people. Some of our scouts saw you 2 months ago, exploring the forest east of the Dew Mountain. There are several underground tunnels in that area leading deep under the mountain itself. Have you explored any of them?
Indeed I have, answered your father. One cave in particular, near what looked like the ruins of an old strong house. It was very interesting. I found an old underground chamber with complex machineries that look still fully functional. In fact, I pulled few levers and there was a noise coming from behind the walls.
As we suspected, said the dwarf with a dark face. Those are the ruins of the Tower of Xedoris, an evil necromancer that fought against us almost 100 years ago. He invented a machine that would poison the water system under the mountain, thus hoping to kill us. We destroyed him and his tower before he could activate his evil contraption, but we could never find his secret underground laboratory. Somehow you activated the machine, poisoning yourself and our people. Please, you have to accompany me at once to the secret laboratory, and we have to find a way to stop the machine. Your father, conscious of the grave consequences of his actions, was eager to start but was so weak that he could barely put his own boots on. Your mother was trying to convince the unmovable dwarf that her husband was not able to travel yet. You remember perfectly your father telling you about his last trip. In fact, you are the one who drew the map of that place for him. There is only one thing to do. You have to reach the underground laboratory as fast as you can and fix the problem before your father attempts it. You go to your room and put on your traveling clothes and get your backpack, your short knife and the map. Downstairs, the discussion is still ongoing and nobody notices when you quietly leave the house.